What is this? Jesus came home. Good morning. Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing? What's good? Guys, I've had I think the most effective morning right now, and I feel so good. There's something about this week that's just telling me that it's going to be a good week. So I'm happy. I'm just a happy girl. So yeah, let me see the things that I read. I'm trying to get back um to my normal programming, and then here, let me see. 7 traits in your partner that prove that your partner could be a good person. Let's see. They say 7 traits. Ish, guys, you know what? Now that my my phone broke, my laptop broke, so now I'm just, ooh, son. Hi, Wilson. How are you doing? What's good? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's good? How's your day going by? Ish, guys, I wanted to do this, but like my laptop just did something, and I'm just like, I can't do it. Hi, Tinashe. What's good? How are you doing? Thank you so much for liking my live. How are you doing? What's good? What's good, guys? Currently in South Africa, it's 12:24. Hi, Miss Pali. How are you? What's good? It's 12:24, and I think, like, I don't know, there's something about this Monday that's making me feel like things are going to be fine, because I think like last week I was just not in a good vibe. I wasn't in a good vibe. I wasn't in a good mood. But right now, I feel like I'm slowly getting back to my mood. I hope you guys are also good. How was your week? How was your weekend? And are you guys enjoying your day so far? What's that one thing that happened today or during the weekend that made you happy, that made you feel like life is worth it again? Yeah, guys, I think I was getting sick, to be honest. Even now, I don't feel like 100% like 100% good, but at least I was able to do a few things that I needed to do. Kwenzenjani? No, man, I wasn't. Yeah, no, I wasn't fine. I wasn't fine. I think I was catching flu, and even now, I'm still not 100% good. But I just told myself that I need to still carry on, and yeah. But yeah, guys, what are you guys up to? Ish, I want to, and also, guys, my my tripod broke this week. Last week, my tripod broke. Yo, so now I'm trying to put, like, I went back to putting my phone on my laptop, and I really want to use my laptop right now and just read through this. Because here they say traits that show that your partner might be a good parent if they have strong emotional intelligence. Guys, actually, I don't want to read on this partner. What. Let me look for another article. So normally I just love to read articles, you know, um just read articles, share them together, and we just discuss on the articles. So here they're saying why getting married could have more financial benefits. Guys, do you guys think that marriage has more financial benefits? And if so, what? Um, the other one says, what do you do when work isn't working for you? So I'm trying to find the one that's gonna be like, that's gonna push a little bit of car value calculator, wealth building. Guys, I've realized that YouTube is taking away videos of people that are always talking about finances and how to make money. They're deleting people's videos. Like, YouTube is getting personal. Quick daily life hacks for better living. Let's check this one. Quick daily life hacks for better living. Guys, why do we have so many ads? Like, everywhere you go, there's videos. No, it's a video. Guys, I love reading articles. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna read because now it means that I need to put you guys, use my hand to put you guys, but like we can talk about anything and just and then just try to catch up and stuff. But I don't know if you guys have seen, a lot of people are complaining about what's happening in Cape Town. Apparently, like, a lot of people from the US are coming, and now like the digital nomads, and then now the rent is going up in Cape Town. So a lot of people can't be able to afford rent anymore. If you guys, just for context, so in South Africa, the rents are a bit lower than the US dollars. So people are just complaining about that everything is just going up. The rent in Cape Town is going up. And guys, to be honest, already as professionals, people are not able to like earn so much. So I don't know, man. Like, there's this thing that's happening, and the standard of living is just getting too high. What do you guys think about that? Because I feel like at some point maybe it could be that we are not affected in Joburg, because Joburg is more like an inner city. We are still not affected, but at some point I think these things are going to afford, especially with the standard of living. The standard of living is too high, especially in South Africa, guys. I don't know what's happening, but like salaries are no longer sustainable. And I've realized that it's not only in South Africa, but like salaries are no longer sustainable. Some person was just talking about how, like, people are angry these days. Like, the youth is angry because what they told us what to do. They told us that we need to go to uni, we need to start working, we need to do this, we need to do this. So thank you so much, Yuki. Thank you so much, Kendall. So now they were just talking about how we have done, or we are able to do everything, but the careers and the money that you get is no longer sustainable. We are having, and I've realized that it's not only a problem that we have in South Africa, but it's a problem that we have around the world. Because I remember I spoke to someone that's also in America, and they were just talking about how Africans are coming, or Africans are going to different countries. Africans are coming to the US, and then they are also taking the job. So we are having that kind of problem. And I don't know, guys, do you guys think that globalization somehow is helping? And for us, people in Cape Town specifically are complaining. I'm from South Africa, Joburg. People in Cape Town are complaining about the influx of digital nomads. They come in, and then obviously the prices, the rental for people that stay in Cape Town are not able to afford rent as they were used to, because obviously the dollars are more, or the dollar has more currency, unlike the rands. So we are just having that kind of problem, that where I think that even as professionals, people at some point are not going to be able to afford. People are not going to be able to afford, and it means that the rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get more poorer. So we are having a global problem, guys. Like, there should be subsidies for citizens. Like, you know what? The problem with subsidies for citizens is that we have also a government problem, because the government that we have put in place, or the government that we think that would be able to do or bring change, somehow they are also looking out for their pockets. Do you get what I'm saying? So now we are going to have these kind of problems, because now the people that have a currency that is bigger than ours are able to come to these countries and live the best, drive the most luxurious cars, only to find out that the rent is skyrocketing. And I think somehow, I was just telling my friend that people are complaining that it's only just the Cape Town issue, but it is going to spread towards Joburg, to be honest, because right now it's more like it's just there. Right, it's gonna spread this side, and we are going to be professionals that will only be able to afford to buy ourselves food. Will only be able to afford to buy ourselves just few things. So we have a very serious problem. I don't know, just like President Ramaphosa should do it. He's a smart guy. Yeah, he can do it, but like, I feel like we are not having such conversations. These conversations are only happening when people are complaining and talking on social media, but it's not more of a policy or things that are well thought of. And especially with this whole influx, because somehow it is going to have an impact in how our economy is. Like, our economy is going to be very it's going to somehow, I don't know if it's gonna help the people that own these places, the people that rent, that are able to have people in property are also gaining. People in that have these places that they can rent, they'll also be gaining, but it will also bounce back to the people that are middle class, because I feel so sorry for us, guys, as middle class people, that we are going to suffer. This other person was just talking about how you'll be a CA living in the townships, and in as much as it's funny, but it is real. It is very real, and it is very possible, the way things are going and the way people, like, it's like when it's our time to adult, when it's our time to finally adult, things are going down, guys. Like, this thing is shocking, because it's like we are literally looking at our country go down, and we have nothing to do. Like, for me right now, I was just thinking about it. I was like, girl, you need to do something. You need to start a business. Okay, I did go the business route and stuff. I just need to do a few things, but I've realized that things are going down, like, while we checking, and we can see it because everyone is complaining. Today it's the 25th. I feel like a lot of people got paid, and a lot of people are just complaining about the fact that, I don't know if it's because we are not innovative, or we need to start businesses that are going to help with this unemployment rate, or we need to do what, but there's something that we need to do as the youth, at which I feel like it needs to be a mass decision, guys, because if we keep on complaining, like in our individual corners, complain and expect the government to do things for us, we are not gonna get a sustainable answer, because at the end of the day, the people that we have put up there are also not kind of helping. They're not even like, they're not trying, they just all looking for their own pockets. So now I feel like at some point we need to all maybe just be in that, like in our little corners, create something that's gonna help our economy. Maybe if you are in tech or you are in any other thing, like let's look at the community. But I've realized that sometimes when people get to these positions, or they get higher, or you are able to think, they're also just thinking for themselves. Like when people are able to get access to information, they gatekeep. When people have access to things, they don't want to share the information, and then now we end up having this kind of society where people look up to you, not be and you want to be the most superior because you have certain things, or you are just looking out for yourself, or the information that you get, you only put it for yourself, and we are not just sharing the information. But I think at this point, the way things are going, we need to, I don't know, guys. Like, we need a very solid solution. We need a solid solution that's going to help our country to go forward, that's going to help us, even the youth in the professional worlds. Because I feel like, even like a lot of professionals are complaining that the money that they're receiving is not enough to cater for the daily use. Like, things are getting worse, the interest rate is going up. Like, guys, things are getting worse and worse. People are no longer, I don't know if you guys saw, but a lot of people are no longer having kids, and you can tell that the girls are saying it's fine, like we don't want to be, the death rate is decreasing, the and equally so, there are people that are also doing so well in life. So it's very shocking that the middle class is also just um suffering from all of this that's happening. Like, the middle class is not getting what they normally would get. And I remember there's someone that was talking about how when people were working, they were able to still travel to Europe, still buy like certain cars in their 30s. But now we are seeing minimal of that. We are not seeing a lot of people going through these things. And now I'm just like, it's making me see that I don't know if we were born in the wrong era, or it's either we were born in the wrong era, or we need to change our mindset to how we have learned things. Because all along we've always learned that we need to do things a certain way. Maybe we need to have a mental shift and be able to to find a way to be able to still sustain ourselves. Maybe it could be that at some point the corporate life and all of these things were sustainable enough for our parents, or the generation that was there before us. But now we need to open our minds. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Middle and lower class needs to focus on agriculture and agro allied. Higher class and investors need to increase wealth around tech. Yes, that's really true. But you know what I've realized is that the more with the higher class and the investors, I've realized that when they build wealth, especially maybe around tech, it means that they are still, because the problem that we have currently is that we have a capitalist country. We have a very capitalist society, and now everyone is just looking for their own pockets, right? And with the higher class and the investors, they are focusing on all of these things so that they can also be able to capitalize on the lower class and the middle class. So it's just, for me, I feel like it should probably be the other way around. Because with tech, I think if when everything moves to tech, you are able to kind of shift people's thinking around with tech. Because you are able to, I'm just making an example, if I could create an AI app where I'm able to, when someone wants to ask something and I give them my own perspective or my own opinion, and people now use that app or tool, then they'll be able to only receive that kind of information that I want them to feed off. Right. So I think it's a problem because what we are seeing right now with Elon Musk, that in a way he's getting richer and all of these things, but somehow the middle class or the lower class is really not um it's really not catered for. Inequality can't be the problem because it will always be there. You need cheaper labor. Tech raises the orientation and civilization. Yes, no, I totally agree with you with in terms of inequality, that inequality will always be there, guys. Inequality, even in families, there's always gonna be families that have money and families that don't have money. Like in all, even in the society, there's gonna be that house that has, that we know that they have money, and that house that doesn't have money. There's always gonna be inequality, but we need to also be careful now, because with all of these civilizations, I feel like now the capitalists are winning even more. They are, there's no regulation, or the government is not coming in to regulate the things that are happening between inequalities, right? Because now it means that the people that are capitalist, I'm just going to make an example with the situation that's happening right now in Cape Town, that the people that are owning those places, or the people that are able to rent out houses in those places, are able to get more money using that's why they are increasing the rental spaces. That's why the accommodation is now increasing. So we need to also, in as much as there's inequalities, the government, I think it's there to be able to bridge the gap between the inequalities that are happening in this. So now the government is also just folding their arms. They're not doing anything, and somehow this thing is having an impact in the lower class. This thing is having an impact in the middle class, because now it means that whatever money that you get as a middle class means that you are no longer able to, you're no longer able to cater for the things that you would have done. 30,000 these days is no longer as sustainable as it was back then. With 30,000, maybe you could have a car, you could have an apartment, and you could still be able to have money for savings and do all of these things. But now it's like that money is no longer enough, and stuff. So I think that inequalities, you're right in terms of inequalities will always be there, but we need the government to now intervene in terms of how do we regulate the system so that we bridge the gap between these inequalities, so that the capitalists are not gaining more money. Would you prefer a socialist or a communist society? A perfect society is a mixed one. Capitalism with some regulations. Government responsibility is for the least to be okay. Okay, for me, guys, to be honest, not that I believe in a communist society, but I do somehow feel like capitalism needs to be regulated, right? And government is there so that it can be able to regulate the capitalism that is happening. So that, for me, I personally think that it wouldn't be fine for someone to be so rich, in as much as I do believe in capitalism, so rich, but the other person doesn't have food to eat, but you are feeding everything and you are maybe wasting money, right? So for me, I feel like the government should be able to come in and bridge the gap, so that maybe they tax the people, so that maybe that kind of money can be able to help the people that are not having enough. I don't believe in a socialist society, in a communist society, but also I believe that the government also has a key role and has a role to play to bridge the gap, so that the inequalities are not so far apart from each other. That's what I believe, that we can't be having problems when there are certain people that could be taxed, and then and then it can bridge the gap, yeah. So also, not that, and I've always often found this question where people are asking if you're a communist or a capitalist, because somehow capitalism, to be honest, guys, I think some people, if you are smart enough, you can be able to be a capitalist, find ways to be able to use to be able to gain money or make money, especially in this economy. Yes, you need a reward at some point, but I think that the government needs to have some sort of bridge and help the people, so that we are not all living in a country where other people have access to 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 water, and then the others, they don't have anything. And I think that's what's gonna lead to, at some point, the rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer. Because if you look at it, the people these days, like the the average money that people are receiving, even the professionals are complaining, guys. Like, it's bad when even the doctors are complaining. Doctors are saying it's bad, it's bad, I need to find another avenue, I need to find, to be able to sustain myself. The salaries are no longer sustainable. How about universal basic health care? Obamacare model. Should rich nations have that? I'm not really aware of the universal basic health care, but I know that in South Africa there was an NHI that they wanted to do, where they want to legalize the national health initiative, where there's no one who's gonna get more health than the other. So I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm not well acquainted with the Obamacare model, but yeah, I'll read on it. I'll just take a screenshot and then read on it. But I personally think that no, the government, I don't think it's doing enough. Like, everyone is just chilling, everyone is just looking at these things, and the professionals are complaining, yes, on social media, because we can see them complaining. People are complaining that, no, man, what used to work, what to be honest, what used to work with our parents and what used to work with the generations before us, I don't think it is sustainable anymore, because that's why we are seeing this decline rate, and the professionals are complaining. People have followed the route on, okay, go to school, go to university, get a job, and you get a job and you find out that, like, this job is not giving me what it's no longer, it was fine, it was sustainable 5 years back, but now it's no longer as sustainable. I'm not getting enough that I've always wanted, and I don't know if maybe social media has also played an impact in that, because maybe the professionals are just looking at other people's lives. They're like, oh my gosh, I could have been here, but, like, other people did not go to school and they are still able to live this fancy lifestyle. They're still able to do this and that and that. So I don't know if maybe social media also has an impact in how things are going on. Why are you laughing, Ursus? To be honest, because if you go on social media, you will see that somehow we are having these people that are always complaining. I don't know, we have a new breed of generation that is always complaining. And my chat is that, what are we coming with? Like, if you could bump into someone and you say, okay, I hear that you're complaining about this, what is the solution to this? For me, I'm just like, oh, guys, it's bad. Like, the people are just saying, we are tired of this. The people are saying, the youth is just saying, mm-mm, this thing is no longer sustainable. And unfortunately, these jobs that we have, we need to stick to them, because what else or how else are we going to make money? Starting a business is equally not as easy, because people think that no, everyone can start a business. Not everyone are business. Not every one of us is business. You realize that all that schooling made you feel poorer even more. It's yo and and guys, and these are the issues that we have. These are the issues that we see, that oh my gosh, the people that did not even have an impact, that didn't even think of school, are doing better. And I remember there was a time where we were having a conversation with my friend, and she was just asking me that what happened to the smartest people in high school that she knew and what's that. And to be honest, I was one of those people that were smart. And I feel like somehow also the schooling system that we had instilled this thing that we need to have degrees, or we need to have formal. And not that I'm despising the fact that we need formal education. We do need education. We all need education. But the installation of saying if you don't have education, you are not gonna make it, it made us even worse, because now when we look at people that also did not go to school, or that they did not have that kind of education doing well, you get so mad. You're like, oh my gosh, you guys said I'll be there. So what? And you find out that, sorry, babes, the world, I don't know what the world awards these days, because these days anyone can make millions from just chilling. Like, people make money in the funniest way, and the money and the way we were taught that, oh, okay, money. I think with our parents, money was taught that, okay, you need to be a doctor, you need to be a teacher, you need to do this, you need to do this. But things have completely changed, and people now are just so mad. They're like, oh my gosh, you guys said we need to do this. We started getting those keys, but now you changed the locks. Because, like, it's literally just like that. Like, the locks have changed. Um, the things that you thought that, oh, okay, this will be able to make me money, boom shakalaka, there's nothing. Oh no, I'm Tswana. But I have my dad. I have a little bit of colored, but guys, it's we are having a very, we are having a crisis in this country. We are having a crisis, not even in this country, because I've spoken to people from other countries, and they also agree to this thing that it's getting serious. It's getting bad. Like, things are getting bad. They have changed the locks, and you need to visit. Yes, where are you from, Osus? Where are you from? Yeah, you should come to South Africa. South Africa is actually a beautiful country, but I would say if you want to come to South Africa, I would say go to Cape Town. I always tell people this: go to Cape Town and you'll be fine. Like, Cape Town is beautiful, but if you want a vibe and the groovy and the chill side, go to Joburg. Hi Vincent, how you doing? You Nigerian, currently in Abuja, but I reside in Toronto. Um, Toronto, is Toronto in Canada? Guys, sorry, like, please excuse me, because sometimes these places. What's popping? What's popping? Yes, Toronto is in Canada. Guys, you see, I'm getting better at this. And the reason I'm getting better at this is because of YouTube. Funny enough, I've met so many people from different countries on YouTube, and I'm just it's somehow it's making me gain knowledge in countries, and that thing. You know that thing where you guys play guess the logo, guess the flag, and whatever. I think this time around in December, normally when we play with my family, like the whole family, when the family's around, I'll be kicking their asses, because I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better at this. Yeah, no. But yeah, it's enough about, guys, you know what? I'm so, somehow I was just thinking about it. I was like, I wasn't exposed. Oof, sorry, English. I wasn't exposed to this like being a diplomatic, because I feel like had I been exposed to that kind of thing, because I was good in mathematics, I went the actuarial route, I went the tech route, at which right now I'm in tech and I'm very happy and I'm enjoying it. But somehow there is a need, and that's why when I talk on these lives, I get so excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, there is a need for me. Like I feel the need for me to just talk and just talk about the problems or the problems that we have in our countries or different countries that we have, and I do enjoy this. And somehow it has just it opened this small passion of me, like of just wanting to speak on screen and stuff. And funny enough, on other social medias, I'm talking about like shows and whatever and whatever. And when I was talking about shows, I realized that actually I do enjoy this. Like I do enjoy talking to people. I do enjoy engaging with people on different topics, even if it's just marital topics. Because the other time we are talking about money, and people were just saying that girls these days, the guys were just saying girls these days, they just want money and stuff. Yo, and it was just so funny. It was very funny. What's happening with load shedding in South Africa? I'm on Australia. I have heard about it. Oh, hi. So what's happening in load shedding basically? But right now, these days, we no longer have load shedding. Okay, let me just give you a background. So I stay in a bit of, like I stay in a township. And what's happening right now in South Africa is that most townships do still do get load shedding, while other if you live maybe in a suburban place or whatever, like close to the suburbs, you won't be getting load shedding. So we still get load shedding sometimes. We don't have electricity from 5 o'clock up until 10 o'clock, guys. Like it's bad, it's really bad. And then sometimes it's just like from 4 o'clock till 9. So we do experience, if someone is experiencing load shedding right now, it means that they are staying in the townships. And these are the things that I was talking about earlier on, that it's not, for me, I don't think it's fair, and I've never even like tried to email or do anything about it. But I don't think that it's fair that other countries um experiencing load shedding, other not countries, other cities or other places are experiencing load shedding while others are still fine. Hi Julius, how are you doing? What's good? But guys, I think that I should have just went into this whole diplomatic and whatever. But last week I went to this other event, and I met a lot of people that were talking about the Y20 and everything, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually so interested in this. Maybe in another part of my life, maybe in my other side of my life, I could be, we don't know what other things could push you into. From Kenya, watching you from Kenya. What's good? Oh, Kenya, I love Kenya so much. Maybe at some point in my other life, I'll be traveling to Kenya. But I think, guys, that's my thing. Like I want to like go to Kenya and go to these African countries. But that's the thing, like, so taxes matter, power being provided to business that generate taxes for the government. Provided to businesses that generate taxes for the government. Yeah, no, taxes do matter. Taxes do matter. Yeah. But also, I just didn't want to be like that person that's political. It's already Monday, guys. Like, let's have just a chilled conversation. Ooh-wee. I've been to Kenya. It's a lovely place. Yes, Kenya. Guys, is Kenya the one that has those is Kenya the one that has those giraffes, like that restaurant that has a giraffe? Like I just see myself being at that restaurant, and then there's giraffe. Is it giraffes or zebras? Ishbandla. I think it's zebras. It's giraffes. Yes, that restaurants that has zebras and whatever, and then I just see myself with just my hair, chilling there, drinking my coffee in Kenya, and woo. Yeah, no, I love Kenya, and also Namibia is also beautiful. Like that side, I've always wanted to go to Namibia, and that's the thing about African countries, guys. I feel like it's not as bad. Like it's not too far to travel to African countries. It's not. Yeah, it's not too far. I mean, it's just like yeah, but we never really try and do all of these things. Like it's like we always want to go to Europe. We always want to do Europe summer. We always want to do, just go to Kenya. Let me see the prices. Oh, Kenya, Kenya, Kenya. No, what did I want to check? Kenya, what? Guys, I wanted to check something. Flying to Kenya. How much is it? Guys, but to be honest, I won't lie. I want to go to Switzerland. Like, if God could help me to go to Switzerland, that's the country that I want to go to. I love mountains. I love like the scenery. I love the green side. And as much as I'm a like I think I am a city girl, but I do love that whole Switzerland vibes that it has. Like, it's the greenery, it's the mountains, it's the that kind of vibe. I love it, love it, love it. Return, guys, return. It's like 6,000. Not bad, guys. Return for 6,000 is not bad. But wait, I'm always wanted to ask this: is the sex culture a bit wild in SA, which accounts for the high HIV rate? It's an honest question. No, you know what? To be honest, name. I don't like I don't like taking things without the basis of stats. Because one of the things that I've realized is that sometimes the reason statistics show a certain demographic of people having a certain thing is that some people are able to like there's data that there needs to be data that will show that okay, these people have this kind of thing. So I can't really say that it's because of the sex culture or what. I can't really say it's because of that. Yeah, because I'm not really well acquainted with the fact that is it the cause or what. I don't have that much stats. The place is called Giraffe Center. Yes, that center. That's the center I'm talking about. Guys, I haven't traveled, but I know the places that I want to go to before I even start traveling. And the day I'm able to travel, the day I have the freedom of time, I'll be traveling. Switzerland is so expensive to live, cost over 30 US dollars. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna live in Switzerland. I'm gonna travel to Switzerland, and I'm pretty sure that the prices are very high. But I can just imagine that place is beautiful. Talking about African countries, then proceeds to glazing Europe. No, but no, I was just saying that that's one country that I want to go to, guys. Like I do want to go to other African countries, but my dream one, I was just sweeping like running away fast with the one country that it's okay to dream, guys. Like it's not that deep, but I can see that going to Kenya is not bad. I'm teasing. Because now I'm like, no, it's not my intention. I just want to, like, I love. Jacob Zuma said, if you shower after making love, you won't get. Oh my God, no, guys. What? There's no way. Hi, Lesego, long time. Have you seen the happiness index report 2025? See the rankings. It will help you decide. Lol. Let me check. I haven't checked. I haven't seen, guys. Like, there are certain things that I'm just not well aware of. Like, I've been reading a whole lot of things, but sometimes there's no way that you're going to learn everything. Happiness index. Hey, when 2025. Let me see. Does it mean that that other thing is also? Guys, thing is, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about these kind of things, especially in on social media. What if YouTube stops me? Guys, you see, what if I'm so scared? According to survey, the top 5 nations of the Gallup International Happiness Index. Okay, guys, I'm looking at it. SA ranks 95th of 147 countries in World Happiness report. We are the 95th country. So we are the 95th country. So what does that mean? For the Finland holds the coveted position. Oh my god, these ads. I don't like reading articles and then there are ads. These ads, guys, there are a lot of ads. But we are the 95th of 147 countries in World Happiness report. It means that we are not a happy country, right? So, because if it's 147 countries and we are the 95th, we are not happy. The salaries that we are getting are not enough. Let's see let's see what's the first one, guys. All I can see in this, I don't like, guys, I like reading articles, but I don't like reading articles that have a lot of ads. Like, why am I having so many ads? Engaging in acts of kindness, volunteering, and donating to charity can increase happiness and reduce despair. I think a lot of people are not kind anymore, guys. Especially in this world where everyone wants to be so self-centered. People are just so self-centered, even with the friendships. And guys, there's this thing that I wanted to ask you guys about, right? So we attended this other networking event and people were just talking about how it's important for you to be like, when you are networking with people, you should be intentional about it. And even with the friends or the people that you can see that, okay, these people are going to help me, right? So now my chat was that, how do we differentiate between networking and using other people to climb the ladder? Because now it means that these days the friendships or the people that you meet around are more like, you want to be able to benefit from a friendship, or you want to do, like, how do you stop yourself from being friends with people just because you are going to benefit, or just being friends with people because you just want to be there emotionally, you just want to be there, you just want to have that? Because I think with friendships, it's important for you guys to also look at the emotional well-being of your friend, and not just be friends because I'm friends with you because now I know that you are in higher places and you are going to plug me. I'm friends with you because I know that I'm going to get to, and I was just like, yeah, no, because I feel like these days people become friends because, and especially in Joburg, people become friends because they want to be social climbers. That, oh, okay, this one has a what, this one is driving this kind of car, this one is working at this place, this one is doing this one is doing that, then I want to be your friend. So now my chat is that, now we are even the friendships in jail, like, it's a mess, guys. It's a mess. People want to be social climbers using friends. People want to do this. So now, how do you also just separate that thing of saying, I want to network, I want to put myself out there, but equally so not be a social climber, or someone that's gonna be like, I'm just gonna be your friend because you do this and that and that and that. And what happened, man? There is a very thin line between real friendship and professional networking. But how do you see that line, guys? Like, how do you see? Because somehow, for me, I would be so mad if I find out that I'm friends with someone because they just wanted to be acquainted to me so that they can be able to get certain things. Like, for me, that would make me so sad. Even though it's very important, oh, my battery's low. Even though it's very important for us to make sure that the circles that we have, the circles that we have, you can't be having a circle of people or a circle of friendships where you guys are not learning from each other or are not seeing things like on a on the same, like same view. Like your friends or your network is your net worth, whatever that they say. But also, how do you draw the line? Because friendships these days are very transactional. They are very transactional. You have to give me this so I can give you that. No, guys, I don't think that friendship is supposed to be like that. People want to pretend they are rich all around the world. Exactly. Relationships are transactionals. Unfortunately, we network so to benefit, but we know it's shallow. You always need someone to be your voice in certain spaces. Yo, guys, that's where I'm like, this world these days doesn't need kind people. This world doesn't need people that are still genuine, because I feel like somehow it doesn't mean that now I need to only have places like friends in high places. It doesn't mean that I only need to say, oh, okay, just because, and it bounces back to the fact that it means that you're not gonna have friendships that are were in your childhood circle, because you will say, no, they are no longer part of my class. I'm now the working class. I'm now, the middle class, and they still lower class. Do you get what I'm saying? Hey, I think you can tell when people aren't genuine. You need to be true to yourself at some point. But how? But how? Because, guys, but how can you tell? Because there are people that are able to act as if they are still genuine. They still want to know. They're like, oh, okay, what, you know? And you just, and that's why I'm saying that I don't think somehow I was built for this generation. Because, guys, I take friendships very seriously. And in as much as I go to these events and I network and I do all of these things, I know when to network and see and be like, oh, okay, I know this person from this event, not because I want to be like your bestie or anything. And maybe that's why I haven't been making a lot of new friends these days, because it's like people these days, they want to always take. It's like they want to be friends because you are doing certain things. They want to know, what do you do for a living, so that they can be friends with you. Like, it's just it's bad out here. And for me, I don't think I was born for that. Like, I wasn't born for that kind of friendship. Like, I want emotional friendships where we know, you know what, when I'm not okay or when I'm not fine, I can call on you and just be like, hi, I'm not okay, I'm not fine, this is what's happening. But these days, oh, it's bad, guys. Like, it's really bad. And I think it's gonna get worse from here. I think like that. And especially with these social events, because think about it, like these days there are so many networking events. People are just trying to network. Like, where do you draw the line between networking and just finding like logical or formal friendships? Yeah, but guys, I've been yappering. I think it's time that I leave. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. Like, we talk about everything. We can talk about something from 0 to 100. But I really enjoy these conversations because it gets to, stimulate our minds and stuff. And guys, I don't know. I just want us to remember that we should read, like, even if we read one chapter a day, let's not forget to stimulate our minds so that we can be able to gain more information and just have, you know, be better people, be better from what we were yesterday. Yeah, but right now, I think I want to read something that's going to help me in terms, like something in the finances. I think I need to get a book and read a book that's gonna talk about finances, because that part of my life needs to be fixed. Because, guys, one thing about me, I'll be chilling and then next thing my shin card has things. There's so many things. Like, I'll be buying things, and some things I realize that you don't need this, girl, but because you are such a buyer, you will you will buy things that you don't even need. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe I'll go live later on. This was such a beautiful conversation. I really love talking. Such a yapper, and I love having these kind of conversations where we talk about the world, where we talk about, you know, a capitalist world, communist world, networking. Like, how do we draw the line, the friendships, the things that we just always bump into as adults that are just shocking. It's a shocking world that we live in. Like, this world for me, sometimes I'm like, hey, guys, sometimes I'm just like, no, chill in your home, Badla. Don't go outside. Like, relaxa in your home, and you'll see. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll meet later on, and we'll just still keep on having these conversations, maybe at a larger scale, at a smaller scale, just the like all of us and stuff. Thank you.